Hello guys, this is Bhargav and welcome to a new video from us. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you the must and should follow tips and tricks to increase the battery percentage of your smartphone, and also a few more tips and tricks that if you follow, you will surely get more battery life. So don't forget to watch the video till the end so that you don't miss out even on a single point. So without any further delay, let's get straight into the video. Coming to the first one is that do not use fake chargers. That please use only the chargers that you get in the box, because the company provided chargers will be a perfect one and you will get the proper output. Because if you use any local chargers, there are many instances that even the mobile blasts also, or else it gets heated up and few times the charging port gets worn out or something like that. So I suggest you to use only the branded chargers. Either way, if your company's charger is not proper, you can either get a new one or else take a third-party chargers which are like in the sense with a good brand name. Coming to the next one is that do not charge your phone above 90%, which means that do not charge your phone completely all the time, because charging your phone every time to 100% will always charge the battery completely, and what happens is gradually the capacity of the battery reduces each and every time this happens. So I suggest you to charge your phone maximum to 95 or 98% so that you get a good battery life for your smartphone. And coming to the next point is that please do not use the phone while charging. This one is been saying from past years together, but still many of us use our phones while we are charging. I suggest you not to switch on the net. Wi-Fi is better because Wi-Fi does not consume much of the charging, but data does consume the charging. And even the unnecessary things like even Bluetooth or anything while you're charging, please do turn this off and charge your phone. And coming to the next point, please don't turn the charger to your phone and keep it on the bed or any pillow or any cloths, because what happens is the battery, while it does not have any proper free space, what happens is it starts to get getting warm a little bit. So what happens is each time it gets warm, there will be a little bit slight of effect on the battery, so I suggest you not to do even these things. Next one is please do not use improper cases, in the sense that there are many kind of cases that actually you're not supposed to use, like in the sense rubber case or else cases which covers your phone completely. Like you get few of the cases. I'm actually going to do a video on the cases which you should not use for your smartphone. So stay tuned for that video so that you can get to know what type of material made up of cases you can use. So I suggest you to wait for that. And lastly, I tell do not apply any pressure on your smartphone. That is, don't press your smartphone too hard, or also sometimes like if you're wearing any tight jeans or something like that, if you keep your phone inside, even that pressure will also be applied to your phone. Like what happens is, if too much of pressure is applied, what happens is the battery and the metal will have a slight gap in all the smartphones. If too much of pressure is applied, they both will come into contact, and then what happens? You all know the phone just blacks out. So this is what had happened even with the Note 7 also. The elements were touching each other. So what happens is, if any metal or anything touches with the battery, it just starts explosion. And now I'm going to tell few more tips and tricks due to which you can get a little bit more time of extra usage, like more screen on time every day. So let's get into that one also. Firstly, I suggest you to not use gestures. Yes, gestures in the sense like you get these features nowadays in almost all the smartphones, like draw C to open the camera directly if the phone is locked, something like this. Because what happens is each and every time the screen will be active. It will be active so that it will be waiting for us to give any commands to that. So what happens when you on these gestures is it always be in active mode, and eventually the battery drains little bit but not much. Even in Moto phones also you get like double shake to switch on a flash and something like this. So if you want little more extra screen on time, like in the sense it will save extra battery if you switch off these kind of gestures. And next one is that like don't keep many apps running in the background while you're not using the phone actually. Like in the sense not using the phone means while the apps are isn't necessary for you, then please don't do this. because if you keep many apps opened at the background, what happens is not only the battery, it does not consume much of the battery. As I said earlier, these are only small tips and tricks. This does not consume much of the battery, but it does consume a very slightly battery and also the RAM, so that indeed your phone also gets a little bit hanging or something like that. So I suggest you not to do even this. And also disable data for disable background data for apps which you think it is not necessary. And next, do not keep data, Wi-Fi and everything switched on all the time, even if it is not at all necessary. Like few times it may be like you would have charged your phone and you go out and see that it will be battery would be decreasing little slightly, because the data will be on and the NFC and everything will be active. So slightly there may be a drain in the battery. So this is small tips and tricks. So don't consider it in a bigger extent. This is a very small thing. Is I would suggest you to off that vibrations and sounds for keypad, because many of the time while we text that option would be on by default, but I suggest you to off that one, because most of the times we do not use that one at all. Like in the sense, why do we need that vibration or sounds while we are typing? Because we know we are already typing, then there is no purpose of having that. And for each and every type, for each and every time we press the keyboard, the motor will vibrate little bit, so it will consume very slight amount of battery. Next tip is about the screen display brightness. That's nothing but I would suggest you to always set the brightness manually. That means don't switch on this auto brightness, because auto brightness sensor will always keeps an eye and detects what the environment we are in, and it always be active, so that to reduce or increase the brightness. And also I would suggest you to always adjust it manually, and do if you are in indoor conditions, like if you are in home, there is no need for complete brightness. So I suggest you to lower it at that time, so that you can get better battery life, so that you can get better screen on time too, along with the battery life. Next thing is that don't use live wallpapers. Again, since live wallpapers are always good to look, like even live wallpapers or the 3D wallpapers, which they tell if you rotate like your mobile, even the inside the wallpaper it also moves, because these kind of things actually drain the battery. So I suggest you not to use even the live wallpapers. And the next one is about auto updating of apps. That's nothing but I would suggest you to off that option, because you charge your phone completely and you go out, and if the data is on, what will happen is the apps will auto update. If you take your mobile and see, the battery would have been drained, like it would have become 90% even without any of the usage. And what you think is you did not use anything, but what actually happened is that the apps got auto updated, which consumes the battery. So like in the sense which consumes the data and thus the battery also. So this option is also quite good at times, but not always. And next one is voice assistant. Yeah, okay Google or Hey Siri or Bixby or anything like this. What happens is this voice assistant will always be active, they'll always be active, and they'll be trying to listen to our voice, like when will they give us command or something like that. So what happens is even here also the system will be active, so I guess it's better to off it. Whenever you need, you can just go tap and the voice assistant will get activated. Doing this is also a better option. And that's all for today's videos, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and also hit on the bell icon to get notified each time a new video goes live. And we are going to bring more and more of informative videos and also other videos on technology. So if you don't want to miss out, do subscribe, it's for free. And that's all for today's videos, guys. If you have any suggestions or anything, please leave it in the comments below. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye.